The Passover Seder table requires a fair amount of preparation. In this video, we will show you how to prepare your table and the special Seder plate. Feel free to make it personal, using items in your own home that will work for the application. Start with arranging your place settings on the table for your Seder meal. For each guest at the table, the minimum you will need is to provide a plate, a napkin, and cup for each person participating at the Seder table. A full plate, saucer, napkin, eating utensils, wine cup, and water cup is preferable but not necessary. Next, you will want to set out 2 candles with matches. For the hand washing element, put water into a pitcher, add soap if you'd like, then pour into a basin or a bowl. This will be passed during the Seder. Place 1 or 2 towels by it for drying hands. Provide a special cup for Elijah. This is traditional, yet optional. There are some traditional Jewish reasons to have this special cup reserved for Elijah, including some messianic traditions. Then provide red wine or grape juice, enough to fill the 4 cups of Passover for each participant. Now the matzah. Set the matzah on a plate, approximately 1 piece per person. Then take 3 pieces of matzah and insert them separately into a special 3-part pouch called a matzah tash. Make sure to have a white cloth or napkin for wrapping the afikomen. The Seder plate holds a place of honor at the Passover table. The Seder plate has all the elements of Messiah's life: suffering, sacrifice, and resurrection. It tells the story not only of the Israelites' exodus from slavery in Egypt into freedom of the Promised Land, but also our exodus from the bondage of sin unto everlasting life. The elements found on the Seder plate all have their parts to play, and all of them are easy to obtain and prepare. The maror, bitter herbs, traditionally horseradish, which remind us of the bitterness of our slavery under Pharaoh. There could be a few kinds of bitter herbs on the Seder plate, perhaps a whole horseradish root, ground horseradish, radishes, or bitter lettuce. This element is mentioned in the plural as herbs in Exodus 12:8 and Numbers 9:11, but 1 form of bitter herbs is enough. The charoset is a tasty combination of apples, nuts, spices, often cinnamon, and a little wine or grape juice. When mixed, it is meant to have the consistency that reminds us of the mortar that the Israelites used to make bricks as they labored for Pharaoh. Charoset is easy to make. You will need 1 large or 2 medium apples to make enough charoset for 4 people. Peel the apple and chop it with a knife, or if you prefer, grate the apple or use a food processor. You will need 1/4 cup of chopped nuts. You can use walnuts, pecans, or almonds. Add 2 tablespoons of honey, 1 tablespoon of cinnamon, and 1 to 2 tablespoons of grape juice or wine. Stir well until combined, then add it to your Seder plate. You might want to make some extra for snacking. The karpas, parsley, which symbolizes the hyssop used to place the blood of the sacrificed lamb on the doorposts and lintels of the Israelite homes. Have enough parsley for everyone at the table to eat a sprig or 2. The zoroa, lamb shank bone, is a symbol of the sacrifice, which can no longer be made because the temple no longer stands. Lamb shank bones are easily found at pet stores or at a butcher shop. The betzah, a brown egg, roasted or hard-boiled to represent sacrifice, used as a symbol of the daily temple sacrifice or as a symbol of the life that sacrifice brings to us through reconciliation with God. This is a Jewish tradition that is optional on the Seder plate. The salt water. Simply add salt to water, which reminds us of the tears of suffering that our ancestors shed in bondage. The parsley is dipped into the salt water at the appropriate moment in the Seder. These are the elements of the Seder plate.